Welcome to the Bullvine Podcast, where we bring you the best feature pieces and dairy-related news. For our fourth episode, we look into one of the most talked about issues on Facebook today, retouched dairy cow photos and how it is hurting the industry.
Have you ever wondered whether the lovely photographs of dairy cows on Facebook are too incredible to be true? Photographers have recently gotten more adept at staging gorgeous situations and digitally enhancing the cows themselves. And no, I'm not talking about AI pictures made with 6 teats, I've done it, nor about constructing the perfect Holstein cow as a fun Photoshop experiment and labeling it as such in the shot. I'm talking about photographs that seem like photos of genuine dairy cows in order to sell their genetics. This may seem innocent at first, but it is far from it. These altered photographs raise high expectations and deceive dairy producers such as yourself. Image modification misrepresents the animal and, in turn, misleads the customer. We must address the rising issue of manipulated dairy cow images and why it is essential to rethink and enforce ethical norms in dairy cattle photography. Let's look at why this matters and how to make things right. After all, openness and honesty are essential for preserving confidence in our community. Are beautiful cow photos too good to be true? Have you ever been envious when you saw an apparently flawless photograph of a gorgeous dairy cow on Facebook? Perhaps you wondered how the farmer kept his cows looking so perfect. Here's the thing. Not everything is as it seems. Recently, a fad has emerged, altering dairy cow images to improve their beauty. It's a slippery slope with major ethical implications. There are often times I see a picture of a cow I have pictured in the show ring and then look at her photo back at the farm or in some scenic location, and I don't even recognize the cow. Why is this happening? Simple. First impressions are crucial in the highly competitive dairy farming industry. Photographers and farmers want to display their cows in the best possible light to entice buyers and judges. They want to showcase the cow's genetic potential. However, occasionally they go too far. What are these changes, you ask? I see rear udders that even the 90s foamy era could not produce. I see cows that are as deep and open-ribbed as any I have ever seen, even though in the photos from the show ring they severely lack ribs. For example, one farmer said, "All the cows look the same, just the markings have changed." Another commented, "The cow looked so good I did not even recognize her." Although it may seem innocent, this approach creates severe ethical concerns. It's more than looks. These manipulated photos deceive prospective purchasers by distorting the cattle's true quality and bloodlines. Perhaps it's time to rethink the ethical code for dairy cow photography. Could your next prized heifer be a photoshopped illusion? Unveiling the deception in dairy cow photography. Consider going through a sale catalog or an internet ad to find your next prized heifer. Gorgeous photographs of cows capture your attention. What if I told you that some of these photographs are too amazing to be true? Editing dairy cow photographs is more than simply an excessive use of Photoshop. It is immoral. It deceives other farmers and customers who depend on these pictures to make essential purchase choices. A shot of a cow with an artificially improved body may deceive prospective purchasers about its genuine genetic merit. Consider this. Those picture-perfect udders and powerful loins might be illusions. This is more than aesthetics. It's about making educated choices affecting breeding programs and farm health. Consider this robust dairy marketing code of conduct statement. Photo manipulation for deception is wrong. The phrase neatly summarizes the ethical stakes. Honesty counts. Manipulation of photographs damages community trust and the market's integrity. Farmers like you spend many hours studying genetics, feeding, and caring for their herds to achieve the best possible results. High-quality photography should reflect this effort while avoiding false embellishments. The industry should have a code of ethics to safeguard everyone involved. Taking quality pictures of cattle without excessive editing requires effort, but ensures honesty and maintains trust in the industry. In an era when image modification is common, adhering to ethical norms establishes a standard that benefits everybody. So, the next time you see an incredibly perfect cow shot, doubt its veracity. Your herd and your fellow farmers deserve nothing short of the truth. Why we desperately need ethical guidelines in dairy cow photography. We need explicit ethical norms for dairy cow photography. But what does an ethical code include, and why is it so important? An ethical code for dairy cow photography would clearly define what is and isn't permitted. This includes prohibitions against deceiving purchasers by changing cows' physical appearance in images. It would also encourage honesty, ensuring that what you see matches what you receive. Why is this necessary? Imagine buying a heifer based on a beautiful picture, only to realize that the cow looks nothing like it in real life. This is not simply frustrating, it is also dishonest. It erodes faith in the sector, making it more difficult for real farmers to compete. Fortunately, we may refer to established frameworks for advice. Bullvine has outlined some standards in its Dairy Marketing Code of Conduct and discussed the importance of ethical photography in several articles, such as Dairy Cattle Photography Exposed. By following these principles and advocating for industry-wide adoption, we can secure a fair playing field and the integrity of dairy production. The bottom line: enhancing cow photographs for deceit misleads prospective purchasers while undermining the integrity of the dairy business. We must follow ethical norms to foster and sustain confidence in our community. So, what will you do the next time you picture or contemplate purchasing a valued heifer? Consider how your choices affect individuals and the industry as a whole. Are you eager to help develop honesty and transparency? Let us work together to encourage and enforce ethical norms for dairy cow photography. After all, protecting our profession's credibility is beneficial to everyone.
Thank you for joining us today for our 4th episode. Make sure to join us for the next episode. In the meantime, visit www.thebullvine.com for the latest news, feature articles, and dairy-related content.